Pardon me while I did some raking today. So it looks like I have extra, like, yeah, I must have rubbed a bunch of dirt all over my face. This is March 31st, 3/31/2026. It helps, right? It's like, wow, okay, so she just made this a couple of days ago or today or whatever. And we're doing new things all the time. This is me kind of, I'm letting you in on it. It's like, well, we would like to be getting back to our original, more desirable self, you know what I mean? And the thing is I would like to share it, but I don't know how to say it without like cuss words. So I was hoping that you would help me because people are discouraged. There's a lot of people that are linguistically challenged and they want a cherry to be put on top of you, like crying for help. And it's like, okay, but that doesn't work either. See, it's a sadistic society, and you have money governing that. I mean, people are like, who could I torture? And it's like, so how do I advertise? Well, if I say that, well, it would really hurt me if you hired me to do your weed eating. I can only do it 4 hours. I mean, 4 hours is like, you can bet that after 2 hours, I'm in a lot of pain. Does it help you? I mean, if you're that sadistic, you'd be like, yeah, come on over tomorrow, you know? And I'll be like, okay, I got to get breakfast, you know? But other than that, I don't know what to do. I'm starting to try to offer what it is that I do offer. What in the hell is going on back here? Anyway, but I don't think it's anybody's cup of tea, especially not children. Don't get them around me. Um, but I'm going to do my best to keep like plugging along. It's not anything different that I've ever done for the last, well, at least. No, I mean, I could see catching a train like there's a seasonal thing. We do a yearly thing. Boom, apples are coming. I don't know, I make apples. Let's talk about breakfast in the morning. I don't know, it's a daily thing. I was wondering if I can find people that are into the main solid stream time, which is reality. That's my advertisement. It's like, this is so difficult. I mean, a lot of people are like, I'm just going to throw money at you and then I treat you like shit. And it's like, no, no, actually, the less you can do that, the less money you have to pay. How about that? And I'm not saying that you have to clean up all the shit on my floor that I let my little babies do. No, that's not what's happening. We can separate it out. I'm all for, see, I'm all for doing whatever changes that are needed. It's strange, but see, you should be whoever it is that is willing to come here and maybe say, hey, I think I can improve. Can you? Or is it just, oh, I gotta change everything? It's like, wait a minute, maybe you should change your mind a little bit because not ever in a million years is anything perfect. I mean, you can try. See, a lot of people like go to the Hilton or something they want to pay. Like maybe they'll go to the Hilton floating on the ocean. And how much money does it take for them to finally say, you know what, this is perfect? Do they ever come up to that like, well, it was so perfect, like afterwards, like, is it perfect that they were just gouged? I mean, was the money worth it? See, that's the thing. I mean, I don't know. It is to a lot of people if they're making that much. See, I'm not ambitious for money because it's probably because of what's behind it way in the background, right? See, I'm saying that you have to establish an identification just as well as there happens to be. No, I'm kind of right. I'm like, babes, I found it. You got to identify yourselves on iPhone. Why? Because there's $333 trillion. 333 trillion. Yes, 333. My God, do I live in a fucking barn? All of a sudden, this is the first time that they all came in, and I thought, perfect timing. I'm just going to start recording because I was kind of watching something here. And anyway, thanks for liking, subscribing, and never sending any money because it seems like I don't need it, right? No, right now, babes, I am. My stomach is rumbling. We are doing full moon in Libra. It's at 12 degrees, and see, I'm here speaking for the Libra generation. The ball is in your court. It's generational, and you need to stand up. It's actually time to stand up. I bet you a lot of you, and now I'm talking from the Aries point of view, which I can, thank God. I have a lot of Libra though. See, I have 5 planets in Libra. That's pretty sneaky, you know. And if you consider the configuration that I am talking about, the 369 Sun, Pluto, Mars, but see, I don't mention that Venus is there. See, I'm Venus ruled. But anyway, it's just my personal chart. You can really, it's just simple. You look at what my planets. Again, sorry about my demeanor. I was raking and out in the dirt. Very easy. Just look at somebody's chart, but mine in particular, it's just like, oh, yeah, that's pretty simple. But really, it's like as simple as what? I mean, I'm like a well, everybody is a scientific tool, you know, and they communicate in a specific way, a certain thing. You can see it. You can see it all with doing astrology. It's pretty, you know. I know how deeply I can see inside of a person's chart, and it's been that, you know, like I'll approach somebody and I'll think, well, can I do your chart or something like that, and I think they do detect it. They're like, no. Right, because I'll be able to see something that maybe they're not interested in exposing that to me, right? I mean, there's a lot of people will not be interested in it because of that very reason. And then you'll see, no, you can predict. You see, I have guessed people's birthdays like to the date. I've done it in front of one person. If they are a good enough witness, they'll remember the time when I guessed their friend's date of birth, month, day, yeah, of year. See, out of 365 days, I guessed the day. See, I used to go to the bar, and I used to do astrology a lot, right? And I didn't go. That sounded bad. I don't go to the bar to drink. See, sometimes you find yourself hanging out, maybe out in the outskirts. Like I used to, I don't know, just I don't know, just you have a friend that goes there and I'm there. I don't drink. You know, I stopped drinking when I turned 21. How about you? Anyway, I like to say that, but it's kind of true. But anyway, drinking is not the ideal thing to do. It's like a lot of things in the world. It's like, well, don't do that if you could keep doing it. I trip out on people. Sorry, I'm just rambling. I trip out on. Oh shit! Let me look at the fucking volume. Sorry about that. That fucking sucks. Because if it's not up, I don't know why I can't control the volume. Yeah, now I can. See, I had to sorry about that. See, because if it's not up, then this scene that I tried to show you with my animals coming through here, you didn't hear them peeping and saying their little sounds. And so I've been having, but we all do, who are very creative and trying to use technology to like get a hold of our ability to create. It's down. So fucking sad. Sorry about that. I made another video that the volume is down, and if you listen to it and like it, I appreciate it. I'm sorry. That fucking sucks. Because I got some moment here with the animals, like I just said, and you didn't hear their little cute little peeping noises that they were making. It was kind of maybe in the background. Sorry about that. Fuck. For some reason it turns down automatically or something, and then you have to prepare, otherwise you can't do some decent work. I mean, I'm the kind of artist that works with what I have there. I don't think that I need to do anything more or less elaborate than just be who I am, and it's usually just, see, I'm an Aries, and anyway, the Aries spirit is really going to be awakened and helped out with this particular full moon, which is in Libra. Otherwise, it's really difficult, see, but now getting back to talking about, sorry about that, the volume was fucked up and I was trying to tell you, and sorry about how I look. I mean, I was trying to talk about all this in the beginning. Sorry about that. Fuck, that's fucked up. Anyway, I'm going to post this. Um, I was talking about how I, like, kind of doing a joke about it, but I want to, I'm going to start advertising to people that have, it's just, there's the possibility that, okay, so do you want to come live here? There's a huge house in there. It needs work. It did get infiltrated by rats. The past year and a half, 2 years has been so I have not. I just didn't talk about it because I just refuse to believe it's a permanent thing, right? But no, they did a lot of damage, and but see things. What I'm saying, as far as being honest about that, is just it's honest. I'm not going to give this place up. This is my house. No, I'm not going to leave here. I need to find people that are really willing and can be here with me. And it doesn't have to be with me, but that's ideal that if we can have conversations. See, I don't get the life. It's the old life. I'm telling you right now, it's the old world. I'm like I am ahead. Emotionally, I'm way ahead. I'm saying, the Aquarius moon, I'm saying no. If you haven't noticed, money is kind of an excuse. Like people think that you can just throw money at somebody and then make it work, or throw money at something, a project, and make it work. And it's like, not really. Not nowadays. Not really. No, those are organizations that are very tight knit, and that money stays in the family kind of thing, and that's why shit works for them. And they're a bunch of hustlers, right? I mean, it's a big screech stop. And what I'm saying, knowing what time it is and everything, and people, it's like, babes, if you can just see eye to eye and you know what I'm saying, you're welcome here. But if I'm not being understood, but you think you're going to elbow me out of my place and also do a cookie cut version of whatever you think needs to happen here because you are so complicating, well, get out of here. Next, somebody else feel like that they have simplified enough. See, ideally, I think for me, and this is weird, it would be people that like the outdoors, of course. Like you just know that, nah, we're here. See, it's weird to find that people aren't really like that up here. There is a grid. And see, I just happen to be on, well, what is now reduced down to an acre, but we used to own 4 acres, and that's not much either. But when I think about it, it's like, well, that's enough to notice that it's like, oh, that's horrible that it was sold off because people living in intention to keep it a certain ambiance until we learn more about where we are and what we can do. As far as, sorry about my look and everything, but really as far as I don't like being so out of balance that I have to apologize for being me. But I know where I am. I'm in a very, very harsh place where I am at. I'm near my Mars line, and I am Mars ruled. And the truth is if I moved up north, if I picked up and moved up north, my I'm going away from my Mars line. My ascendant turns more, and see when you start to travel, did you know that your ascendant moves? Your astrological chart changes. Yeah, it's called geodetic astrology. First of all, places all around the earth they are harboring certain sign vibrations. For instance, in the Middle East, where they are fighting all the time, lo and behold, that's where the geodetic line of Aries runs through, which is Mars ruled, and everybody knows it's kind of warlike. But Aries is getting away from that. It's more like this. It's like it's productive. It's like this. It's like if something doesn't work, Aries is going to change it. It's not going to hesitate. It doesn't put up with shit. It's kind of misunderstood. See, it doesn't have to be that we're always looking like that we're warlike. No, we don't back down from, especially if somebody's confronting us like trying to kill us or something. We're not going to just let them do it. Babes, this is the part of the human spirit that everybody has within them. Somewhere they have the Aries. That's the first I am, and that's your nervous system. And it's very, very active there, wherever you have Mars or Aries in your house. See, the natural placement is the first house. It rules Aries, first house, Mars. And that's what I have. That's what you call your sign is the first house. Whatever you find in the first house on the ascendant, that's your sign. And you find out what that is by the very time of day that you were born. Not the day, the time of day. Doesn't that make sense? Is the very time to the minute, even second if you can. Hour, minute. See, that's the best astrology is done that way. See, I have actually guessed people's time of day that they were born. because I'm really sensitive to the holographic field, and I'm a good astrologer. You would never know it here, not really. A lot has been going on that I'm directly involved with, and that's the way you need to know it. It's just like if you're an oracle, then you are the divination tool. You know, you are feeling the cosmos. You put down the darn ephemeris and you say, and do you feel the Mars creeping up on the Neptune, which is going to happen on first? It's April 9th that Mercury hits the sun after coming out of Pisces, which is basically saying after coming out of a deep sleep, the mind and people's wheels are going to wake up, and it's like finally we can start the car and get going. After a long time, it's been a long time. It's been like 2026 years and beyond, to tell you the truth. So watch out, it's mainly watch out for people that don't like your freedom, that think that they have to kill that spirit. And it's like, no, there's a misunderstanding now with the earth people and the water people, right? Watch out for that. Just see, that's where astrology would come in so handy and just say, no, do you realize that you people are clashing? That person wants to kill the spirit of the Aries, and it's like, don't do that. Those people are your superheroes. You actually admire them, but you're afraid of them. Just stand back. You are not going to be friends. And in fact, there are 7 billion people on the planet, and you will only have, if you're lucky, one friend at your deathbed. One single friend. If you're really lucky, it's your neighbor. Your neighbor comes and visits and said, man, so long, pal. Thank you for being my neighbor. Wow, and goodbye. And they showed up just a few days or hours before your last breath. Otherwise, you're just like everybody else. You don't really get that. A lot of people die alone, right? They do. Yeah, they can. They can get left in a hospice. I don't know that though. See, I don't know that. I was there when my grandma died right in front of me. She died. I don't know. It's just that's the way it worked for me. I'm kind of a high priestess. Thanks for listening to all this. How did you like that beginning of the video? I have brought. I'm a kind of midwife. I'm a transformational guru. You are not going to not transform if, in fact, I have come into contact with you, especially if you know, I don't know. People are just have been very rude to me, and so one of the hardest things that you'll ever do is just to simply like properly like really realize. I mean, really, you have to stand up for yourself. That's probably one of the hardest things you'll ever do, especially the Aries, because the Aries is busy sticking up for other people, and they're doing it in a roundabout way. They'll do it in their way. They are very independent people, and they're being independent because they are setting example for other people. They're saying, no, like this, no, like this. See, they will get on the level, and they will kind of go, hey, did you with, you know, we're doing it, having the experience, if you catch up with us, a lot of times the Aries is way ahead, but they're going to reach back and say, hey, I did it. Come on, you can too. See, otherwise it's useless. I mean, those are definitely selfish people that just close the door on an experience without saying, hey, I made a breakthrough. See, it rules. Thanks for listening to all this. It rules the pioneer. What I'm doing is just doing what I'm supposed to be doing in case the enemy is watching. See, the enemy doesn't like your expressions. They don't want you to be bright, and they don't want you to feel good. They don't want you to smile. See, I I'm having to almost like relearn this. See, I'm saying relearn this. It's like it's never been a problem for me, not in all my life. But see, it becomes a problem when you have to do it. No, you better do it. Why? Oh no, the enemy's going to come get you. And in fact, you've been already hit. Now, can you understand what you have to do now? See, I have been clear and I have been communicative over my social media um, through a lot of stuff, right? A lot of wash, and it's like, well, don't throw that baby out with the bathwater. I mean, for me, I don't. I mean, I know I have a good memory of like what I know, like some words I've never said. Like I know words that I've never said, but 3 times. You know, something like supercalifragilisticexpialidocious. No, I've never ever said that in my life. Not here. I know that I've only sneezed like twice or 3 times. See, yeah, because I have audiographic memory, and it's not hooked into just my ears. It's the experience I'm having, and I listen to patternings, and I can hear years on top of years. I can see the imprint, and then I can see the next imprint, and I can see what I'm saying. I mean, I have what is called, it could be audio clairvoyance is what it's called. I mean, I'm pretty scary to a lot of people when I do guess their birthdays, and and they do sense that I'm kind of different. Why? Well, I don't watch TV. I turned my TV off. I stopped watching mainstream news and all the broadcasts, everything. On the very in the year when they flew the space shuttle, and they flew it on top of the plane, and they did this and that throughout the United States, and it ended up in LA, and I watched it on the TV, and then after that, I don't know, I just turned it off, and I never watched it again. I don't know. I just did the right thing. And that was a long time ago, whatever year that was, right? So I don't desire to have that. I have something else on that my mind is studying patterning, and I've learned a lot. So anyway, I hope uh, that you like that I share it. I mean, what a useless thing it would be. And so, but it's complicating, see, right? Because I want to share what I have, like in the 3D realm. I want it to work, right? But I don't really want like it to be. I want it to be that it happens through resonation. That perhaps there's people that are just as artistic. A lot of people don't see me as being an artist because I don't have a bunch of junk laying around like I'm trying to do art. It's like, well, hell no. Having said this, let me show you what I have done, I guess. See, I'm a musician and I have these extra things. So what I really wanted to do actually is I wanted to sell, see, I have a symbol. This is a symbol that I made a symbol out of. I painted this, you've seen this. It's not the evil eye, this is the eye of protection. So if you guys want this, I was going to say I'll sell it, but the shipping and handling might be difficult, right? Because how do you do that? Like if I say, well, because I really need money. Now this is a symbol. It could be useful to somebody. The paint might vibrate off after a while, but you can repaint it. I mean, but it's a symbol, see? And you can hang it on your wall. It's a symbol or a symbol. Anyway, I would love to do it, like maybe send it overseas or something, but how much is the shipping and handling? See, I am so broke. It's so pathetic that I have that mentality that says, well, I can't do it unless you pay for shipping and handling. And I guess that's a normal thing. I know how to pack things and send it, so if you want this, I'll say, will you buy it for $60? And that doesn't include the shipping and handling. See, at this point, if I'm asking for money, it's not like I'm a brand or anything. I'm saying, can you help me? It's just a one-time thing. I have more symbols that I'll probably do this with. I don't know. See, the thing is I'm not really doing what I'm supposed to be doing. I couldn't. You wouldn't believe it. I'm going to tell my story, but see, I'm in the middle of just keeping my vibrational frequency on high, because that's the only way that you're going to win the war. What war? Well, now, if you like your narcissist subject matter, see, the reason why that you were able to steer clear, if you're like me, you were able to notice them, but you steer clear. You kind of feel sorry for them. They're handicapped people. You just know that, like, okay, no, it's okay. Let them be on their level. You don't entangle with them and then start getting irritated with them. It's the same as if, like, to me, it's the same as if you were a mother and then you started getting really irritated and irate at the child who is spilling milk all the time or isn't able to, like, they're going through stages and you're going to get impatient with them. See, that's the way I see it. But it's a serious subject matter when they are diabolical in operating. No, they see that, oh, you're back to into a corner or something like that, or you're vulnerable. You know, they think that vulnerable, I'd say this because vulnerability is something that human beings know that you have to do, otherwise you're not going to be able to achieve staying human and being with your like-minded people. Otherwise, see, if see, being vulnerable means weak to the toxic people or narcissists, which it's just no, not really. Go ahead, because most likely, see, somebody who knows that vulnerability is what it takes to be a human. In fact, it makes you strong. It's a sign of strength. Um, uh, those people don't really have it, and you see that they're very they are paranoid as hell. A lot of times they're paranoid, right? They are safety oriented to the max, right? To the point of like they're gonna take everybody's freedom away just because they can't do what other people are doing as far as their health compared to the other. And a lot of it now, I have to say, is this long enough now? Sorry about the beginning. The sound was low, but no. But I would like to say that well, you know, it's kind of what we have going on right now, and it's weird. It's just, you can say it's a spiritual warfare, but really it's just like, no, it's the matter of the healthy against the non-healthy. So when you're talking about bodily, what does that mean? See, there's a lot of denial about what bodily health looks like, isn't there? It's like, since when do we forget what beautiful people look like? I'm sorry, but in my area, it is, I just have like images of the kinds of people that I look at, and I bet you anything no, I'm not saying that I am visually aesthetic, so much so that I am separate from these people downstairs there, but then again, it's like, no, I'm looking at something that's like, what the fuck, man? Who manufactures this up? But it is manufactured. Sorry, I don't want to talk about this. But fine, see, I mean, whatever, you know. But like, what use is your ugliness if you can't, if there isn't something behind it? I mean, these people are just. I'm sorry. I live in Southern California in America, and I think, okay, America has some pretty ugly and unhealthy people, but then there's some places, like in where I live, I'm pretty sure the name is Hemet, California. That place is full of. It's a fucking freak show. Sorry. And I'm not denying that when I go down there just to shop, I'm part of it. Whatever. You know, so anyway, here it is. A symbol that I turned into a symbol. A symbol that I turned into a symbol. It's actually kind of made. Hi, sweetie. What's up? They want something all the time. It's weird how much they eat. Well, babes, I can't give the pity party all the time. I can't do it. But nothing has changed. You know, what's changed is that we're just in a different season, and we might be able to do something better than what was happening just hardly 6 months ago. A lot is going to be changing for a lot of us. See, we have the full moon in Libra. Sorry about that chicken sound, but I'm just doing it for entertainment purposes only, and now I'll continue. Are you alright, Ben? Thanks for the entertainment. There is a little poop right there in the beginning. I have to scoop it up. But what do you have to do that's any better? You don't. Um, April, yeah. There's a lot of astrology. It's just so crazy. But the thing that we were looking at is how, okay, I'm sorry. It's on the 9th that Mars goes into, sorry, I had it mixed around. It's Mars that goes into Aries first, and it makes its first conjunction. Now, the one that we're looking at is Saturn. But when it does hit Neptune 2 at 2 degrees, which is, I'll give you a date, the 13th is when there could be something like a gas fire or some kind of horrible gas something. In fact, we're already seeing, for the first time really, no, it's been happening here in Southern California, chemtrails that are so dangerous. They affect us. They do cause health problems. the thing is see somebody like me saying that just like that, and then reiterating, saying no, we have found that they are spraying many different desiccants and neurologically poisoning compounds from those planes. You can't stress it enough to the layman. See, there's a lot of people that come back and say, well, it's for military. They're blocking up the bases. You know, we're being protected. No, you're not, babes. Okay, that's one thing that they've done. They used to do that, but they're certainly not doing that. Not all the time. Nope. No, there are thousands of things, and I've tried to tell you about the one baby is the nanoparticulate matter, but they're spraying. Okay, so China. Sorry, I'm informing. I know that people spy on me, and they are so misinformed. And it's like, babes, inform yourself. You're being sprayed. See, what you guys are living is the classic. See, you're being the problem of just make sure everybody's living separate, so separate that they can continue to do this. Now let's open the Epstein file. Do what, Sean? Oh, they've been farming you. You live in a enclosure. It is farmed. I'm going to take a little bit more time here and let you know, because I did make a video where it was turned down, and I was trying to tell you that I don't know, but I'll tell you. See, it'll just make more sense to you, and you'll stop voting for presidents. You'll just stop thinking about everything the way that you think you should, especially, okay, get away from people. Sorry, you think you need people. What you really need, babes, is the truth. And see, if you want your way, if you want to get kind of people on your side, and especially the kids, but people. I mean, they kind of, I don't know, but really, they'll challenge you. But you know, if you really want to impress people, be a God person, not a people person. Be somebody who's oriented to loving the truth, and when you find it, you love doing that. People, not so much. Just say, no, you're an illusion, and find out what they're interested in, maybe. But find out, you know, who knows? They have something that they're holding. It's a truth. Look into it. Did they master it? I don't know. See, you have to have something between you, but it never is just people. Nope. Nah. That's unreal. Be a truth-oriented person, not a people-oriented person. There's the truth about people, if you want to talk about that. One of them is that they aren't real. Nope, not at all. We'll talk about it later. That's a conversation called Buddhism. I deserve a little bit more. $5, please. $5 will buy me a coffee once a year. See, you think that I have to give you something? I just did. Did you get anything out of it? Nothing? Okay, well, that's too bad. That's not my problem. My experience is that, okay, so when you do hit a nail on the head, which out of 32 minutes here, who knows, right? But 20 people will agree. I mean, it's not agreeing, it's just that they're resonating, they are aligning. And then, but when you have two people that come at you and they want to knock you off your center and they want to argue, you don't doubt yourself just because of that. You just kind of hold space for those kinds of people. You take a little bit more time, but you realize you see that they're there to vamp on you. They want your energy. They want to knock you around. It could be a demon. Depends on how bright you are. The brighter that you are, the more darkness that you do harbor, and it's going to try to test you, because the thing is, how dark can you get? Can you get into the darkness too? Do you know your own darkness? See, otherwise they can pick on that about you that's undone. Well, having said that, try me, motherfucker.